Hello, Capricorn. This is Michelle, and I'm here to do your July 2020 card reading. This month we're using the Bicycle Auto Bike #1 cards, and the back design is a replica of a card that was printed from 1902 to 1906. And I just am loving the backs of these cards. It's just so quaint with the little hearts and the bicycles and the flowers all around. It reminds me of a card that my grandmother probably would have used, something similar to that when she was reading cards for her family and friends. Alright, so we're using the Bicycle Auto Back #1s. I'm also going to bring in a card for you from the Voices of Saints, a saint for you, and Divine Doors. So we'll have an affirmation card from Divine Doors. Okay, the cards are just slipping around all over the place. So let's get started. Actually, one more thing I should mention though, now that I'm thinking about this. I'm going into this reading with an actual question in mind, and that is, how can I make the best use of my time? How can I make the best use of my time and solve any problems I'm facing? Okay, so those are the questions I'm going into the reading with, because so many of us have had changes with our schedules, and time just is like different. It just feels different now than it did before. And so let's see what the cards have to say about that. This is from my Capricorn friends. The cards are ready to go. Okay, let's take a look. Queen of Spades on the bottom of the deck. All right, so that would be, analogous to an air sign. Let's see what else comes up, but it could be Capricorn, that you are just using your analytical skills, you're using your mind to sort of tackle problems right now. And my sense is that's a good thing. Let's see what else comes up. The Two of Spades, all right. The Four of Hearts. And the Six of Hearts. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at these three together. So I want to say this is actually a beautiful sign, Capricorn. It's a beautiful indicator of a family love and a family situation or life in the home that feels very secure and full of love. And I want to say that love is very firmly established by this point with the Six of Hearts. All right, so the love is there, and I feel that it is going to help you, or it is helping you, I should say, tremendously with any sort of decisions that you're trying to make, or any sort of obstacles you're facing, or any sort of complications that you might be sensing. This is just an absolutely beautiful sign. It's suggesting to me that you're getting a lot of support right now. Now, if that doesn't resonate for you, okay, because if you're watching this and thinking, well, no, I'm ready to turn this off now, because that's certainly not what I'm feeling right now. I'm going to say two things. One, this could be actually a more spiritual type of love that is coming down and surrounding you and supporting you. If you aren't feeling it in this current, physical earth plane, and that love is not going anywhere. Let's continue on. The Three of Clubs. The Joker. Okay, the Joker is reversed, but I don't think that makes any difference. We'll take a look. But so the Joker, this is the Joker in black and white. It's such an interesting Joker. Look, he's riding it's actually a king, instead of a Joker riding the bicycle. and the 7 of Diamonds. So, this is just indicative of the times. It's indicative of what's going on currently. There's a lot of financial instability in the world, and we're all sensing that. It might be impacting your life personally. However, with the 3 of Clubs here, I'm also seeing some, actually, like a group of friends, almost like a group of friends that are around you. Now, this is a little different than this love coming up here. This love here feels very immediate, like this is in your immediate surrounding. This is almost like, okay, a group of friends, and what I'm sensing is that when you get together, you can all feel a little bit better about how things are going when you're together. And so let me see this. I want to try to articulate the idea that getting together with people that are positive and can lift your spirits, and just some socializing. It has to be safe, of course, right? Well, that's what I'm going to say, okay? I don't mean to make a political statement, but please be safe, all right? But some kind of socializing and being around other people, even if it's through like technology, right? You could be Skyping or FaceTiming or just staying in contact. That's what I'm picking up. Staying in contact, because really we just don't know what's going to happen down the road. And I think that for Capricorn, that's a little bit of an uneasy situation. Capricorn wants to know exactly what's ahead, right? And it's Capricorn's plan. All right, so it's not like you're just waiting for something to just happen and fall in your lap, right? You've got plans. And the situation is that we just kind of don't know with this Joker, whether it's reversed or not. What I'm picking up is we just kind of don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm picking up that it's just not an ideal situation for Capricorn. It feels uncomfortable. And so what's coming through is, spending a little bit of time with people who make you feel a little bit more lighthearted is going to be a good use of your time. And know for certain that there is love all around you. It's not going anywhere. This love is established. Now we have the 8 of Spades, okay? The 5 of Clubs. And the Ace of Spades. Wow. What a powerful card. All right, boy, Capricorn, my goodness. Okay, so for some of the Capricorns out there, it was kind of interesting. Like last month, we had this reading that touched on education, and it turned out that a lot of Capricorns were busy either working on a degree or thinking about going to school. And so I'm picking that up here with this 8 of Spades. The idea that it's going to be a real good idea right now, a real good use of your time, because that was a question coming in, a good use of your time to become more established in a certain field of knowledge. So if you're not working right now, or if the picture right now in your life and in your environment is that it just doesn't look like it's going to be a good time to be working, or it's going to be very difficult to find work, this might be a time to, I think it's more than upgrading skills. I was going to say upgrading skills, but with this 8, this is more than upgrading skills. This is like choosing a major. All right, this is going to be my major, and I'm going to go into this, and I'm going to establish myself in this field. right? Because there's so much change in the air right now. This might be not the original thing that you had planned for life. For some of you, it might be something different, like, wow, I really need to change things up. It could be actually for some of you that you really didn't have any clear plans in mind, and now you're like, wow, I need to get on this. All right, this is the time. I'm going to do it now. And with the Ace of Spades coming in, that is saying it is a big, bold, brand new start for Capricorn. Good for you. The Ace of Spades suggests that it's going to be very important to have very pure and positive intentions with this path that you are deciding to take, or whatever it is that you're deciding to become established in. You want to make sure that I'm going to put it this way, that everything is very ethical. All right, so let me put it that way, that ethics are indeed a part of this, that what you are doing is going to have a very positive outcome for other people as well as yourself. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm very happy to see this. This reading is really all-encompassing too, because I mean it covers your home and your family life and all the support you're getting there. If it isn't there, it's coming in from the spiritual realm. It also talks about just more like friends, people that you would like to associate with at this time, and perhaps you can share your feelings about uncertainties in life right now. And yet, by getting together in a safe way, it also lifts your spirits somewhat. And then the reading goes on to say, for those of you that were thinking about going to school and getting more established, by that I mean like actually going for a degree. All right, just like I'm going to get that bachelor's, or for some of you, it might even be more than a bachelor's degree that you're after. And, with everything that's going on right now, this looks like a very, very powerful and positive choice. Clarify what it is that you want for yourself in a in the most positive frame possible. We might say context, and also what you want for others. All right, Capricorn, just very happy to see this reading for you. And we're going to now pick from, actually I'm going to cut the deck to get a card for you from Divine Doors. Wow, it's really an interesting card. I don't know that I've ever selected this card, and I've been using this deck for a while. But this series of sort of Gothic archways, and I'm just getting this sense, Capricorn, that you are on your way. I feel like there's a little ways to go to reach this certain accomplishment or goal. It might have to do with education for some of you, but it's there. Okay, there is an end in sight. And the thing is about, I'm just going to make one last comment about education. Sorry, I know I'm really onto that. But education opens doors. Education opens doors. And it is something that no one can take away from you. And so I feel that as you are growing in wisdom and knowledge and establishing yourself in this field, you will reach this door and it'll open for you. It's not going to be locked. It's going to be open for you because you took the steps and you did all the preparation along the way to assure that the door would be open. Let's take a look at the message. Passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. Oh my goodness, I just want to read it again because I love it. I love it for you, Capricorn. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. So where does your intuition tell you you should go? You can feel this in your heart that you are moving in the right direction. And you are on your way, you're in the passageway, and you're heading for that destination. It's beautiful to see. I'm now picking a Saint card for you, Capricorn. Now, the Saint card from the Voices of Saints This saint can be like a friend for you in the months ahead. In July, August, perhaps for a lifetime. And you can pray to this saint. When we pray to the saints, we can ask them to intercede for us. So it's almost like saying to a friend, you know, hey, would you pray on this for me? Would you pray for me? It's the same thing, only you're going to this really powerful person, well, this powerful saint, I should say, and asking them to pray on your behalf. You can also ask the saint for protection or just have a conversation with them. So let's take a look at the saint for you. Oh my goodness, it's Saint Julia. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a very interesting story behind Saint Julia, Virgin Martyr. She is one of the ancient saints. And so we'll have to look up the story about her, and we can see these, it looks like a stigmata. I believe actually she was crucified. I'm going to have to look up the actual whole story about her though. But I think that she is an extremely powerful saint, and she is there as a friend for you. And yes, she was crucified. You know, the stories about the ancient saints, they're so tragic. And yet the thing about the saints and what we learn from them is that they never lost their faith. And you know, that's not to say that they weren't human. It's possible that maybe they had moments of doubt. We don't know, right? We read the stories, which are almost like myths. But we do know this, that they always came back to their faith. They were so strong in that faith, and they can share that faith with you. So what we have here is Saint Julia, 4th century Tunisia. She was tortured and crucified. She protects against pain in hands and feet. And so if any of you out there have been having any pains with hands and feet, she will also be someone that is there to help you. If you're interested, you can read the story about Saint Julia. It's really easy to find, of course, online. You'll find a lot of places where they will talk about her story, but she is there for you in the month of July and August and beyond. Capricorn, that is your reading for July 2020. I want to thank you so much for being here. It has been a pleasure and a privilege. As always, I'll see you next time.